Hello guys, I hope you're all fine. Today we are here to discuss about Gauss-Seidal method in load flow analysis. Here it is a type of iterative method and it is used to solve nonlinear algebraic equations. There are three types of buses in power system. One is PQ bus, it can also be called as load bus. Second one is PU bus, it can also be called as generator bus. Third one is slack bus. Here there will be four components: V, delta, PQ. V means voltage, angle, and real power and reactive power. And here in the PQ bus, P and Q values will be given, and we should find V and delta values. Whereas in the PV bus, here V and P values will be given, we should find the delta and Q values. Whereas in the slack bus, here V and delta value will be given, and we should find the P and Q values. Here in the PV bus, there will be two cases. Like in Gauss-Seidal method, there will be two cases. Case 1 is PV buses are absent. Case 2 is when PV buses are present. So let's first discuss about the case 1, which means PV bus is absent. Here the total number of buses will be n, and if one bus is selected as slack bus, then the remaining bus will be n minus 1. They are PQ buses. As PV buses are absent, they are all are PQ buses. And here for slack bus, V1 and delta 1 will be given, as I told you in the before only. Here V1 and delta 1 will be given. And for PQ bus, P2 Q2, P3 Q3, and so on, Pn will be given. Here we didn't choose P1 Q1 because here one bus is slack bus na. The first bus we will take it as slack bus, so we didn't try to P1 Q1. Here for any ith bus, the simple complex power equation is SA equals to VI II conjugate, which is equals to Pi plus JQi. If we do the conjugate for this equation, we will get like this: SA conjugate equal to VI conjugate into II, which is equals to Pi minus JQi. Let it be equation 1. And we all know that I equal to V into Y. For any ith bus, the current will be II equals to sigma k is equal to 1 to n Vk into Yik. Let it be equation 2. If we substitute this equation 2 in equation 1, then we will get like this. This equation 1 will be put in this one, II value. Then we will get like this: SA conjugate equals to VA conjugate into sigma k is equal to 1 to n Vk into Yik, which is equals to Pi minus JQi. Here if we separate this sigma, this one, then we will get like this: SA conjugate equals to VA conjugate into V1 Y1 into I plus V2 Y2I plus and so on Vi Yii plus and so on Vn Yin, which is equals to Pi minus JQi. And here if you observe, here we will separate it from these all. From these all we will separate this. We will separate this one Vi Yi, and these are all V1 into Y1 into I plus and so on Vn into Y I into n, which is equals to Pi minus JQi. And here if you observe, here we can write this part as like this now. This part as, I will tell you clearly. We will write these two parts. This part here, we wrote this part here. And if you observe here, if we send these are all this one there na, Vi conjugate, we will send it to the RHS side. Then it will become like this, which will become like Pi minus JQi by Vi conjugate, as we send it to here. Then we can write these are all, this part we can write it as like this: sigma k is equal to 1 to n Vk into Yik. Here we also wrote like k not equals to n, which means we have separated this one na, so k will not be equal to I. So if you observe here, we will let Vi value. In order to find the Vi value, we will put this into the RHS side, and we will take this also into RHS side. Then the equation will become like this: Vi equals to 1 by Yii into Pi minus JQi by Vi conjugate minus sigma k is equal to 1 to n. Here we should put like k not equals to I, guys. Please correct it. K not equals to I, and Vk into Yik. In generalized form, if R iteration in total, then and Vi to the power of R minus vi to the power of r minus 1 less than or equal to error. If this condition is satisfied, then the equation is converge. If not, it will be diverge. If converge occurs, then we calculate the power of slack bus, and otherwise we will do new iteration. For any ith bus, general formula for power E will be SA equals to PGI plus J into QGI minus PDI plus J into QDI. Let's talk about the acceleration of convergence. It is used to speed up the convergence. We can also denote it as alpha, acceleration of convergence. I mean like acceleration factor. For any ith bus, the value of acceleration voltage is given by this one. This one is the formula. Sorry guys. Yeah, I hope now you can see. This one is the formula, and the range of alpha, this one is there now, alpha. Range of alpha is in between 0.6 to 0.8. Let's talk about the case 2. Here PV buses are present. Let the total buses be n. Then these are all total buses 1, 2, 3 and so on, comma m minus 1, m plus 1, comma m plus 2 and so on n. Here number of PQ buses is m minus 1, which means from here to this one is there now, m minus 1. These are all PQ buses, whereas number of PV buses is n minus m, which means like from m to this one is there now. These are all PV buses. Whereas this first one is there now, this is slack bus, it is 1. And here we will use like SA conjugate equals to VI conjugate into II, which is equals to VI conjugate into sigma k is equal to 1 to n Vk into Yik. And also here Qi will be imaginary part of minus negative of imaginary part of this one, SA value. SA value there na, this one. Yeah, this is all about the Gauss-Seidal method. Yeah, this is all about the Gauss-Seidal method. I hope you understand guys. Thank you.